And it says I'm live. Let's see if it all switches over or not. But it's like, didn't know what to do today, so I'm going to make the Fat Quarter Shop's version of the vintage classic Jacob's Ladder. As I had to get my volume off. Hi's a dairy. And yes, I am using purple. It's what I have scraps for. Hi, Gayla. And it's like, and hi, Diane. Hi, June. It's the leftover. This purple is leftover after doing the chicken coop block swap. It was on as a border, a backing, and binding. And I still have leftover. So I cut it up and I can make, I think it's 12 or 15 of these blocks still. Yes, purple was harmed. Diane got back from Walmart just in time. Good job. But I did get Aspen's quilt done. Except for I'm only half done with the binding. It's like hi Sherry. Or Cheryl. And purple is your favorite color, Gayla? Yeah, it's kind of mine. And it's like, over the weekend I was pricing batting because I was running low. Boy, batting keeps going up in price. What doesn't go up in price, should I say? Everything goes up in price. But I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll show you Aspen's, what I came up with around that panel. I had fun, I think. It was one of those things. I was tired of pinwheels when it all got done and over with. Yeah, Giselle and I was talking before. I was like, I need to go have Polly. Hi, Dorlin. It's like your Joanne's is closed. Driving me nuts. I have dirt under my fingernails. But I've been spraying weeds, cleaning house, taking out garbage, whatever I can do. So I either have to put polish on. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, the other Cheryl. And how's everybody's summer going so far? Because it is officially summer. It's a few days into it. We're into the next month anyway. June's very wet. Is it still raining there, June? She was going to try and trade me or send me her rain. We're supposed to be in the triple digits this weekend. Anytime Spokane gets 99 on their weather thing, we always get to see triple. Hi, Rita. Oh, and for people that don't know, this is Sara Jane. So when I talk about coming on with Sara Jane, this is Sara Jane. And it's like they have names, and so they earned them. And she might be a little rough here and a chip here, but she sews beautifully. And that's all that matters, is they sew beautifully. Oh, hottest since you moved there 18 years ago? Yes, she gets oiled. I probably less than every 8 hours. I don't know if it's can hurt to oil too much. I was lucky, Gayla. Oh, Scarlett says hi. Oh, forgot to show you the other day. I realized it after I went off the live. I was talking about different things I'd received around my birthday time. And so Terry reminded me with her name. So Terry made her a few things. You was looking for a person? Okay. Okay. For travel and to store, I got this nice little the deck cover. You put it on, slide it under, put down your presser foot. It doesn't hit that knob. She gave me the extra yardage to make her another accessory. And then this bag that you can put the presser foot in, and then you can store it in the throat of the machine for traveling. And so she sent me the rest of the material so I can make a matching. I'm going to make a table cover that has the pocket on the end. That's what Miss Terry and Scarlett gifted me. And then this little bag has a tie. I'm not going to show Alani this because she'll come up with some other use for this bag. But it's like I have the bag that I made to carry her case in. It's in here also. I used it as the bottom cushion. And then I'm going to hi, Kathleen Champ. And long time since I seen you on around. I always got to remember, slide this back as far as I can. That way it can still be tilted down so you can see what I'm doing here. Hi, Della. Hi, Crafting with Vivian. Yeah, Rita, you need to make a couple of deck covers. It keeps from hitting this screw that's on my corduroy here. I do know that's called corduroy now. But out of the purples, I cut up this mini. Hi, Sam, for the Jacob's Ladder. And it is from the Fat Quarter Shop. We found 4, I think it was, different Jacob Ladder patterns. Oh, yeah. I've seen so many people, you'll hear that click. And see, I've always had the paper towels. So I've come up a level. Hi, Janice. You may have to paint the machine over again. Did you paint that one that you put a scratch in? I guess at the featherweight shop, those little rubber bumpers that you can get for like on our pickups, we have bug deflectors. And they have a little rubber thing that's got a sticky stuff. A lot of people put those up there. But I don't want to add that to mine. I said I can use these paper towels, will last a long time until Terry took care of the problem. Because I've seen different people that sew those deck covers. I don't know what else to call them. This is a deck. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I have some rubber, those little rubber things left from my bug deflector. So I should be able to do mine with no problem. Flick this over so I can see where I'm trimming quickly. No straight line used in this process here, right? It's called the eyeball. There's extra to cut off anyway. Because I only need 14 of this 15-inch piece. Or less than 12 and a half, I think it is. 5, 10, yeah, 12 and a half. My finger way of counting. I don't know how easy it is to touch up. I really don't. This purple is, you have to really look to see what is right and wrong. You sound so much better, Sam. Yes, I do sound better. I still have coughing fits. I do have coughing fits every now and then. But it's like nothing like I did. Okay, before I start sewing, I'll show you the end results of Aspens. Make sure I hold it right side up, not upside down. It's got the prettiest pink minky on the back. This is called Flamingo. And here is what it came out to be. That's touching the floor. All the pinwheels. Here, I'll get the other half up here. All the pinwheels, every direction, on points, double colors. That's Aspen's quilt. So I'm getting close to being able to. Thank you, Della. It's like, I know she will love it because she's a Gigi Ma girl. But it's just one of those things. Now I have to get it up to her. And it's like, I only have a little bit of the pink when I was done. I have a 6 by, no, it's now, I used some of it up, but I have 8.5 inch piece with the fabric out of 1 yard of that. The green, I have a couple little squares. That's it. Those are the 2 colors I bought to go with the center panel. At the time I bought the panel, the green is part of the Mayfly collection, but I knew it needed some green to set it off more. But it's just one of those things. Great grandkids are spoiled. Great grandkids are spoiled. And with the cost of batting and stuff, unless I can find some inexpensive, it's like gonna have to really watch what I make quilts for. Have a reason. Batting went up so ridiculous. Hi, Mary Webb, and welcome for showing up. You just missed the quilt I just showed. It is, I can show it again later. But today I'm doing Jacob Flatter's blocks. This is a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. If you go to the Fat Quarter Shop, put Jacob's Ladder. It'll say Vintage and Classic, I think is what it's called. It's one of those patterns, once you make one, you don't need the pattern again. Because it involves 2 5-inch squares, 2 5-inch squares, 2 2.5 by 15 strips of white, and 2.5 of the color. Okay. They're not done with your construction yet there, Terry? And hi, Gladys. And hi, Carol. And earlier I asked how everybody's summer is going so far. And we either have hot or too much rain. Guess I should turn on my iron. So I can put this up here. Because now I need to draw my diagonal line across the light fabric. But I hope Terry's headache goes away. We always want that to go away. Boy, they hit the deadline 2 minutes early. Ew, I don't want 101 yet. Give me another day or two break. But that extra equipment out there running is a nuisance. That's like me listening to, if there's too much bass on the music, it just throws me right into a headache. So you go listen. And if you fall asleep, you'll think of us. And on because of not having a 1/4 inch foot on my featherweight yet, I'm drawing my line where I need to sew. Just because I want it to be correct, not a guesstimate. So I'm drawing on each side of the center line instead of one down the middle and sewing a 1/4 inch on each side. If you're not sure of yourself, this is the recommendation. Always draw the line and sew on the line. It just gives us something we need to do. Because once you cover up the line I have on my sewing machine, once I put this on there, I can't see my line. And I don't have any sewing machine with a deck long enough to put that tape. This is the biggest deck I sew on, is the featherweights deck. But I had one of the friends, she could not sew a 1/4 inch on each side of the line for all the tea in China. So I had to do her the sew on the line technique. When in doubt, do it. If you don't trust yourself or you admit that you can't do it. But what's everybody doing today? Any sewing projects? It's like my poor bed, because I have my other quilt in on the bed for binding also. Because the chicken coop block swap quilt came back and I'm putting its binding on. So I get to see a lot of this purple that I'm using, because that's the backing and the border on that one. I love that one too. When I get it done, I'll have to try to figure out how to show everybody. And June's quilting a table topper. Yeah, yesterday June had to get on hands and knees, and it's like just killed my knees. I told her I'd be doing it on top of the bed, so I think she switched to the bed top. She's doing that wave is what she's quilting in with. That wave is perfect for our red, white, and blue table topper. She said it might not be done for the 4th of July, but it'll be done enough she can sit it out. Hi. You're sitting in traffic. Oh, no, Laura. Glad that you came on, though. You're in good company. Well, I'll say that, kind of. I made a comment on your picture on Facebook. I seen my quilts over there on your long arm. It's like, then my mind goes, what am I binding it with? What am I binding it with? What am I binding it with? because it has the off-white batik, or the lightest batik I had. The best company? Oh, I think Craig beats me. Ouch. I bet Craig beats me. Well, June, when I went out and mowed my lawn last night, it only took me an hour. And then I was done. I used the push mower because I can't sit on the lawnmower and jump start it at the same time. I'm just not there yet. Use my block up there. It was just about dark. I mowed from 8 to 9. And then my neighbor scared the gee willikers out of me. Yeah, it's like I didn't even run out of gas. I was afraid that one tank wasn't going to be enough. But what we don't do to save on the temp. But it was a lot nicer mowing at 70 than it would have been at 90. Now I got to cut my strip sets up into 2.5-inch pieces. And I need 10 of them. Do you want me to send some of the backing for the binding? Do you have enough? Because that would give another color. Because it does look like a pond or a turtle's. But if you don't, if it interferes with continuing with it someplace else. And I only do 2.25-inch binding, so it takes a little bit less. But it's just one of those. Because I was thinking blue, because first thing I seen on that back was like a pond. There's one strip set trimmed. Got my 5 little sets there. And I need 5 more. But back when I was talking about, I found the other day one that does all 2.5-inch squares, half square triangled. Okay, you have plenty. I wish I had room to put a bolt of batting, but I gotta save some of my house for me. And it's like, maybe I'll try to downsize something else. So I ordered my batting because I was down to only 2 batting left. That is totally up to you, Laura. It goes in a box easier for you. It goes into a smaller box, I should say, if it's trimmed. But or just fold it really nice. I have 10 quilts in my closet that have the backing, but I ran out of the batting, so I ordered me some more. And I couldn't believe when I was looking at it how the price is going up. Definitely shop around before you order. I went to the place that had the lowest price because it's all the same product. couldn't afford warm and natural this time, so I went with my second choice. Heirloom. But it's just one of those things. We have to do what we have to do. Because if everybody else's was $4 to $10 more than this place, it's like maybe they just haven't got the new price change, or they haven't changed their stock number. So I didn't take a chance. I'll press out the pieces I have. Because when Courtney, she just folds the best she can. And she crams it back in the Ziploc bag I sent her. It's fun to watch her do it. Hi, Donna Armstrong. And how's Donna today? I don't know if I have to trim any of this off or not. Find out in a minute. Besides the dog ears. If I could only get that lucky that it's just the dog ears. You're being lazy today? Well, I kind of have been. Was working on the binding to the quilt, Aspen's quilt. And then I went out and brought the garbage cans back in off the street. And then went out and mixed up a batch of weed killer. So I've kind of been lazy. I get to trim some off. I'd rather trim than come up short. I really would. Oh, and then I ran the sprinkler for a little bit. I had to. My grass is dying. Our worst winds was last night at the ideal time for watering. Oh, there's FedEx with my dishwashing pods. I hope it's not the gal. I was not thrilled with her yesterday. Nope, it's the guy. She set these heavy boxes. The lightest of the two was a 15-pound box of Chewy. And it's like she laid over my white vinyl picket fence. And I thought for sure she's going to break them. I'm working on Jacob's Ladder. Classic, vintage classic. Yes, I'm lazy. I working on the binding until 1 in the morning. And then I don't want to get up in the morning. So 8 o'clock, I was laying in bed watching my favorite series I watch. And then I was hand binding at the same time. But I had leftover material, Donna, from the back of the quilt. So I am putting it to use. You know, you get your money's worth when you use it all. And then my white in the background of that, they're just scrap whites. Because you can see where this one's a brighter white than this one. And that's what happens when you put batting under. You'll get a lighter look and a brighter. So I got to watch how much of this lighter stuff I have on there. But it's just another throw quilt. I will never be short. My watch says time to get moving. It's like, hello, Kathy. Your dogs woke you up. And I have my next gallon of weed killer. It's mixed ready, so when I'm done, what size quilts do you make all the time, Sam? Because it's like, I was looking at the 96. A roll of 96. Oh, 4.5, not 4. That would not be a good thing. And it is a good price. I just wish I had more places to store things. And those big rolls with Bailey, no. I need everything to stay in a bag. That batting, I think, is a static collector of dog hair. Almost trimmed my fingernails on that one. I was looking up at the chat. Everybody's saying their hellos. 4.5, 4.5, not 4.25. It's I think I haven't heard anything. I guess I have great grandkids on Thursday. I'm not sure. Oh, I must. It's 4th of July, right? It's Thursday. I must have the whole family. So I don't have to babysit Thursday. Wow. I just get to play when they're here. Will it all be purple and white? And are you going to... Oh, this one right now is all the purple and white. It was just something, a project to give me. It's only going to be sewn on Tuesdays. That way I don't have to keep digging up something. But I'll show Aspen's quilt again because it'll probably be gone by next week. I think about taking it up. I'll show the bottom half first this time because that's the way it's folded. It's like, here's the bottom of Aspen's quilt. I'm half done with the binding, but it's all covered with pinwheels, all different shades of pink, blue, yellow, green. That's in the quilt. And it's got this beautiful flamingo pink minky on the back. It's half done with the binding. And the chicken coop block swap one's just about half done too. And it's like, I Sarah Stitches. Hi, Linda Denton. And thank you, Sharon J. and Mary. Thank you all. It's like, it came to me while I was sleeping one night. Pinwheels, pinwheels. But I was thinking like a 12.5 pinwheel. The biggest pinwheel I have on there is a 5.5. But it's just one of those things that you just kind of, okay, what am I going to do? But I was sleeping and I go, oh, I can put pinwheels, because that would be a kid's thing, is what I was thinking. A kid's thing. Okay, I'm sitting my first blocks out so I know the placement of these. The 4 patches are all the 4 patches are put together the same, but when you flip them, you get the different look, because that's just the same block, just turned. So that goes up top, bottom, top. I'm Maritza. And anybody else? If I miss anybody, I'm sorry that I miss your names. It's not that I'm trying to. It's just sometimes it gets a little carried away. And then other times I'm dependent on seeing who people say hi to, so then I know somebody joined. So now I will chain sew these together. And I'm nesting. I press to the dark side. That is just my way of, and always will be my way of sewing. I believe it strengthens the seams so the quilt will last longer. I've looked at my grandmother's and great grandmother's. Hers are all to the dark side. So what worked for them, and the quilt's still around, because I've been married 52 years, it would have been. And that quilt is still going strong. So works for them, it works for me. Those that press open, press open. We're all different for a reason, including you, sister. I know she presses open. And I bet that bothers some people, because like mine were all pressed to the side, because she just quilted a quilt for me. And I bet those seams all going this way, they probably drive a person nuts. Thought of a question earlier today of what I could ask, but you know what? I forgot what I was going to ask. Next time I'm writing it down. That, or as soon as we're done, I'll remember. This tabletop wipes off. I can write whatever I want on it, or use the Post-it notes. Laura, I'm trying to ignore you, and June's over there answering. It's like, June, you're not helping me any. But I have 7 battings. They said should be here tomorrow or Friday. I know there's one day it wasn't, because I had stuff delivered today, stuff delivered yesterday. June, the smarty pants. I'm pressing my 4 patches open. But this is the easiest block I think, out there to make. That on one of the pictures, this Jacob's ladder, they only used one color per block out of a color line. And then they put them together. So each block was individually made out of that one. But on these blocks, the way you can tell if your layout's right or wrong is the white diagonal steps or the purple diagonal steps. I guess that's how it came to be Jacob's ladder. There's the ladders. I know there's a story about how Jacob's ladder came to be. I have yet to listen to it, so I might have to do that. I buy my batting by bulk because I do so many quilts in a year, and it's more economical for me that way. Oh, you don't press your seams open? I thought you did. You press to the dark? Okay, Maureen's and the press opener. You and Maureen both starch like paper. I'm correct on that one. The starching. This one white fabric sampler that's in this block right here, this one here, you don't have to press it with starch. It's naturally that way. But I press to the dark. To me, it's strength. And then when it comes to those big intersections like the pinwheel, you just planned where half go one way, half go the other way. I've tried that twist, and all it did was give me a weak point. But another pile of fabric off of my shelf behind me. And that's a plus. The purple didn't even make it to the shelf. It went from the trimming table to the cutting table. So if June starts asking me questions, I'm not going to answer her. And then she's going to wonder what she did wrong. She'll just tell me, listen, Linda. And it's like, no Carrie today. You know when you have your eyes closed and you feel someone staring at you? And open my eyes and he's just sitting staring. I bet we can name that person Sebastian. It's like, he's such a cutie. You can't blame him for staring. He knows he's going to get food. Maybe that's why he's staring. It's a stare down, see who wins. Hi, Carrie. Just wondering where you was at. I wonder if I press these all the same way, if that works. Not. Just, yeah, he probably is thinking that. But every once in a while, Sebastian, Mama's got to rest her eyes. Mama does have to do that. It's like all these pop-ups that not a one off my phone this time. They're all coming off of the computer. People posting more and more on YouTube. Okay, make sure this one's the correct direction. All the color points point inward. And that one there, the solid squares up top. Trim this string off before I get too far. You are correct about the starch. Work has been crazy. My birthday was, we went out to Ronnie's. I rode out with Casey and Jamie. Come back with Ellen, with Alicia, Ellen, and Alani, because they needed to go get formula and the store closed before we got home. Luckily, I still had formula here. So I got to spend time with some family before Ronnie's surgery. Okay, that one's in. This one's in. I watched what the heck was the name of that movie? With the dog that, because it was a pit bull, it wasn't allowed in a town. And so they was moving out of Denver into a suburb that allowed pit bulls. Well, she looks just like Austin's pit bull terrier mix. And 2.5 years to get home. I'm glad I don't work anymore. I can say that. I am glad. I miss it at times. But it's like, I don't think I'd go back. I don't think I would go back. But I wish I could think of that one question. And those with the wonky blocks, if you're here, you can mail them out whenever. I got to get mine in gear. I do have to get my in gear. I got 5 more gallons of spray to spray out. I'm trying to get all that stuff done. Hi, Nancy. Okay, Carrie. Everybody's saying their hellos again. One more cross section. to sew, and then I can press these different pop-ups. Some disappear, some don't. At least there are little ones across the top of the screen. Earlier when I was trying to find the button to go live, it's like, because I'm not used to this, presetting them up. And took Terry to the family doctor this morning. It looks like he's going to keep his. I am glad to hear that, Nancy. I am so glad. And my neighbor last night, when she scared me, she wants to know if we're having fireworks because of her dog. It's like, I'm not sure how Bailey's going to handle it. So it's like, it's for Alani and Ellen. So it's like, it's hard to say no for doing fireworks. If we had something that functioned and put off a fireworks display would be nice. Because she's going to have to send her son and the dog off. And I thought, ours have always lived with it for the years. We try to have minimal. Got to go for now. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Thank you, Vivian. You too. You have a good day. Like spraying my weeds is not my fun. Sam's got to go. Okay, Sam. What the heck is that? It brings up my name. Don't faint. I'm cooking dinner. It didn't put. It has to be Laura. I've never seen it come up in the writing like that. Because it looks like I wrote it on my tablet. Then I look up on the other screen and it's Laura. But she's got my sewing machine. YouTube's goofing up again. What you cooking, Laura? Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell her, but I try to be nice. I said, we'll make it short. That should work, right? Boy, I can't press correctly. I caught a lip on something. It's like, so I gotta use my purple spritzer, the mister, that I have to keep hid from Alani. The other one's back in the long arm room, hid from Alani. And then I see I have a twist in my seam here. That's going to bother me till the cows come home. So I might as well. You're cooking spaghetti? Oh, that's what I was going to get out. I was going to get out my spaghetti sauce. And I was going to have spaghetti. It's like this one seam right here rolled over. I need it the other way. So that's just a few stitches out and a resew. That bugs me to no end. Right at the last, it flips over when you're sewing. So I'll make sure to press it first. So I have a nice, good straight seam. Uh-oh. Yes. Laura did it. Laura did it. I just read it. I'm sorry. I can actually blame Laura. It's like, I think of things in the middle of the night, and then I forget when I get up in the morning what I was going to do. Oh, wrong presser foot. Wrong gas pedal. That one don't work. Are you seeing the weird chat too? On one screen, I'm seeing, it's like, who just wrote to me now? I have no idea. It has to be Laura because of the wording. Laura's took over my emoji, my chat. Are you seeing it too? Yeah. It's like, Laura, you're speaking and I'm writing. It's like, that is weird. It says it's, yeah, it said it's me. Well, it's like, yeah, Laura's taken over my name. Just a minute. Take this phone call. Yes, ma'am. It's like, no, don't call back. The computer you used while in Florida. Maybe it's, oops.
Hello.
Just a minute. You called? I have a house of six granddaughter and grandkids, great grandkids. She wants to take a shower and they're not allowing her. She's hoping it makes her feel better. I got to make up my list of what I need because today is senior day. You have the power? Well, she was on as Laura earlier, so it must be because she switched from one apparatus to the other. But she's been on, I thought, hers before. But this is kind of cool. Yeah, it's like she has the power to do whatever she wants. But here's this one. Because it's like when it first come up, what are you cooking? I thought, what the heck? I'm seeing my name up there. But it's like, you would have thought it would have turned off by now. So continue. I'll put it this way. The great grandkids spent a week away from home and they come back sick. I think the grandma that took them up and got them sick needs to be the one babysitting. Laura could get me in trouble. I don't know if Laura could get me in any more trouble than I get myself in. I was surprised Craig and I was allowed to sit in the front seats together. She was nice. She took the back seat and let me have the front seat, and then we get in trouble. The yardage that goes with Kindred is there. Over on Rita's Roost. I'm going to find my plugger upper while I'm in between. Now that grandma went back to work today because her kids are sick. And that's where when she always calls grandma because grandma doesn't say no very often. The worst part is I don't want to get sick. If you know what I mean. I've been there, done that. Just getting over it. Hi, Marla. Laura could pull the plug on me. It's like she could do a live from Florida. If you see me writing in chat, Marla, it's not me. Because my hands are not, unless Laura got it fixed. She was rebooting. But I thought she had used it since, but she just sat, sign out and sign back in. It's like that was weird. You have superpowers, Sandra can type, and so at the same time. Yes, I do. And it's funny how she's making what I was going to get out of the freezer. But I'll have to try and remember when I go to the freezer what I'm getting out or what I'm doing next. Everybody needs superpowers. This white on white is really hard to tell. Did The 66 is running, and June watched me the other day, and she stitches beautifully. It's just that one case will not come out, so I'll just keep her well oiled. One of these days I'll take off the, because there is nothing in there that looks like she is hung up on. It looks like the thing should come right off, but it doesn't. So I'm going to investigate a different way. I don't think there's enough lube and oil in this world to. It wiggles, it just won't pick up. It's playing a game. Yeah, I brought the hook forward. I've tried every adjustment, I did little tiny hairs, as my husband, we used to call them, frog hairs. Oops, forgot. Draw the line. I did every little thing. I tried this, I tried that. I moved every little angle I could. Yeah. It just does not want to pick up off that plate. She's very temperamental. So it's like, might have to call her what is it? What was Molly Brown's? Undestructible, whatever, unbelievable, whatever. She's got the willpower that she's holding on to that part. She's not giving it up. Unsinkable. That's her. She's unsinkable. She's going to sew no matter what. You can't change a thing on her. She is stubborn. My husband would say she's bullheaded like me, but I said, one of these days, I'm going to go in there and that thing's going to come right up and out. Wishful thinking. But I oiled her. I do got to take some good thread out to her. That old bobbin thread that's there, it reminds me of the button thread. There's Laura. She's her now. She's her. She could have used the excuse that she couldn't go to work tomorrow. That was like Freaky Friday all over. That would have looked funny if June and her would have been talking about me at the time. Oh, I like that one. Nancy says, was it fun being Sandra? Oh, would it help if I take the bobbin out? Tells you Laura doesn't use that computer much for YouTube. Okay, this goes there. This, oh, take the scissors off. You're sharing a point here. Oh, what we don't do to have fun, right? It's like I don't use the bobbin winder very often here. Maybe I'll have to wind a couple bobbins. My scissors are on the floor. Yeah, it was weird just seeing my name being highlighted up there. Knew it was something simple. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, almost put that right back on there. He winds pretty evenly. Carrie's being an angel. Or I see an angel emoji. I was going to compare the two bobbins out of the 66 and this one to see what the difference was. But it's like, just haven't did it yet. You have, did you find, yeah, that featherweight that you need to get? Does it have to be painted? They're very different. Being these guys are in two different rooms, it's hard to compare anything because I don't let them share rooms. Two. Okay. It has to be painted. So something else we get to look forward to. Correct? Watching some new videos. I could probably wind up several bobbins on this, but it's like, I think 2 at a time is going to be enough for now. I have plenty. I have more fun watching it be wound. And then I'm such a stickler on the evenness. But so far I'm just ignoring my greenish blue. High slick stitches. There. You can have your scissor hanger back now. Put the thread stand back over there. Go through all this hoopla. Oops. And that one, that one. There is one down there. It's hidden. And I got right to left, left to right, and front to back. You got a greenish blue out of your collection of yeah, and a Green Gables. You got the greenish blue one. Okay, where is right to left or left to right? Me and my Google. Everything's Google, Google, Google. I'm going to start putting little post-it notes on directions here. Inside out. It's like, now I'm at the bobbin case stuck. Counterclockwise or clockwise? I think it's counter. I think. They are purple post-it notes. Yeah. Now we need the bobbin, counterclockwise or clockwise. Yep, that's what I thought. It's opposite of everything else. I should remember that because of the way it threads and pulls. They're called purple posts. Yeah, but it's like my countertop doesn't disappear. And then it's like the long, you get all these different drop-in bobbins that go different. Get the other bobbins that go different. I just need one more sewing machine. What other direction could I have? It's like, what other? And then take a sip of which one. I only have 2 things. The other day I didn't have anything, so I just misted myself. Tape a note to the underside of the bed. Well, it's like the 66. I thought if I read and read and read that book over and over and over again, it would help me. So I took this. That was on my nightstand. The one with the vodka in it. It's like, if I drank. Oh, speaking of purple post notes, I need to get one out here. Today is senior discount Tuesday. And I need to pick up some of the stuff that's on sale. So right there. If I don't write my grocery list down, I'll forget that too. Okay, right there. Hi, Katie. Don't do it in disappearing ink because this heat will get rid of it. Hamburger and buns and an onion. Can't have a burger without an onion. Coleslaw. Everybody saying hi to Katie. I watched her video out on the rocks going, don't slip, because he was jumping and the dogs were jumping. Yeah, set my spaghetti sauce out. And a couple Hawaiian king rolls. Are you going to do a little long arming tonight? I just have all that little tiny stuff. Okay. It's like, if I don't get this done, I don't get this done. It's like, I won't tape it to the machine. Tape, that sticky stuff on tape is not fun to get off of anything. There was some sticky tape on. It's either this one or that one. I think it was the other one. It had to be the other one. And it had dried and did that little crystallizing stuff. But I just gently rubbed until, with my finger, until that tape came off. It was some old masking tape. It's like, when it was all done, it was like sand. Very, very thin. Like the tape varnished, I guess I should say. They got that big long string there. I don't know if they want them in the dog bed, but they get them anyway. So go out and sit with great grandkids for a little bit and then come back in and wake up Austin and the other one. Grandma's work is never done. Ronnie's been trying to help make sure he gets up and stays awake because I get to be the bad apple. He's only getting 6 hours of sleep. By the time he gets home, walks the dogs, sleeps, walks the dogs, go to work. And then he has a friend come up, walk the dogs at night a couple times. Those are the best dogs to put up with that. Jamaica, is there a storm brewing? My storm is all heat. Nothing but heat, heat, and more heat. See, hamburgers and buns, coleslaw, onion. Ew, I wonder if I should buy salad dressing for people for their burgers. Nothing says I have to be nice. The eye is so dang perfect. And there's some different areas around here. Are just now they're selling fireworks but putting bans on them. And I thought, the city's selling them and then you're putting a ban on it? You should buy everybody's fireworks back. Hi, Lori Clark. I was thinking about you this morning. I was thinking about the winter star. Have you had any luck? Or is that a bad word? I hope it's not a bad word. Some of the things we think of when we're working on things. There's 5. It's like, I like you just come over and have fun, enjoy, join. It's like, I don't push the thumbs up and I don't push having to share links. Because we're all friends. We'll look up. It's like, and besides, I don't have anybody that's probably new in mine or different. Because my family isn't even in mine. Maybe I should say, sign up to mine. You have to. And they would just laugh. I like how everybody just comes in and chats. I don't know if this is 5 or not. It's like, oops, never counted. I'll find out here in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Sam, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. You heard the rotary cutter get quick cut shut. It's like everybody having a big barbecue. What's Laura doing on 4th of July? Catching up? Let's see. What else is? Can't think of anything. What's my next project? I have no idea. What next UFO? I have 10, I counted them, 10 quilts in the closet that has the backing. I have batting for, right now, just 4 of them. It's on its way. Will be here this week. My seam tried flipping on me. Caught it. 1 stitch too late. Gonna be 90 tomorrow. Off to the pool. I will go with my granddaughter. Yep. You could have went out in late night mode with me last night. It was just June and I in the chat last night. We was by ourselves. Nobody else wanted to come play. Bye, Kathy. Thanks for stopping by. I guess I better cut them apart first. Can't press them yet. And so I don't know what I'm doing this Thursday yet, because family didn't say what time they was coming in. Yep. I always say that, but I used a push mower last night. But I did look kind of funny. I had the poo bucket and shovel in one hand, pushing the lawnmower, picking up her stuffies. She keeps bringing her fetch toys. Every time I turn around, she brought me another toy to throw. I told her to knock it off before I put her up when I mow. But I mowed it in sections in case I got too tired and wanted to quit. You're going to go outside and watch the fireworks? Off of the balcony? No, you're going to be down on the ground with your... Did you have fireworks last night, Carrie? You was outside watching fireworks last night? Can you see? See, it's like, how far can you see? Can you see into the United States when they shoot off their fireworks? The light should carry quite a ways. Yeah, last night. You didn't... Well, it didn't say you was active. It's like, so well, I'll give you a jingle. Last night I was trying to get that binding on so I could be that part done. That was my main goal yesterday. Get it long armed, get the binding on. Did I see your response? White or natural? It's like, so I'm supposed to comment, huh? Probably natural? I'm trying to think. That quilt's natural. That one is white. That one is natural. There's another one, which is it? Yeah, it's like natural. I am natural. I'm a natural airhead. Oh, before that one, Beans is not highlighting. It's not bringing it up. You're eating dinner. I have eating dinner. And then don't forget to set my spaghetti out. And then light or dark. That's what. And Terry, black. I've used black batting before on my Derek's quilt. I have used it. Because his was all dark colors. Do I have to go before that? You know, when my name gets highlighted up there, it's like I'm being yelled at. Because I got fabric coming for one quilt top is done on that bed. Just it's laid completely out over the bed. I got to take that off before tomorrow. Or Thursday. Get the right day of the week there. Did I go back far enough, Laura? Hi, Karen Evans. Retyped it. Hopping off the chat. Put in there. Okay. I'm only going to be here long enough to put this block together. And then I'll go out to the great grandkids so she can shower. And then I'm going to come back, go to the grocery store. Hi, Pamela. It's like everybody's starting to show up now. It's like I have 41 watching and a whole bunch of thumbs up. I forgot how many. 48. I know people have come in and leaving. It's raining there? Oh, no. I want that. I wanted to see my water bill before I overwatered. Because the other day I left my water on for 7 hours on my birthday. But that bill won't come in till after the 15th. So I might as well just water and, oh, well. I'll go down the city and say, I'd rather eat. I wish you could too. My son would love to have water out for his beef also. He's having to go out and change hand lines. Lisa only has to do it every day for a week and then a 2-week break. So far. Unless this heat don't break. That's where you wish you could have automatic sprinklers on a farm. But that doesn't work. Hi, Misha. And welcome to the chat. I'm just I wanted to get one more of these blocks up there. Because the group of 4 gives you the whole. You can either have an X or you can have I guess it's kind of a square. But an on-point square. Spaghetti sauce. Because my bread I can take out later. Laura sent a photo. See, I already forgot where I put my phone now. Yeah, I'm just goofing off with the leftovers. There, she sent me a picture of I'm guessing, well, Misha, a little. Just a little. My grandson's, the first grandson that graduated in 2015, I decided on May 1st to make him a quilt for graduation on May 24th. And it's like, and I did a turn in 20 because that was the fastest one I could think of. And I found a purple plaid that was masculine to put in that fabric. And then Emily's was pink, and more pink. So hers was pink and white. Well, how do I adapt purple in here? Because it was like, so on her label, when I wrote their label, she has purple flowers. And so it was just one of those things. But that year 2017, I had 3 graduation quilts to get done. And trying to make sure I adapted the purple into all of them. Well, the grandson that graduated that year, he was Seahawks. Well, there's no way of adapting purple into that one. So his is in the label. I didn't give a flower in his. I just did some little hand stitching around it in purple. He said it was okay. It didn't stand out that much, Grandma. He says, besides, they see the front of my quilt more than they see the back. And then it was really easy for the other one I made it turn in 20 purple. Because she just happened to like purple too. So it was perfect for me. I made it turn in 20 purple. And then to make it queen size, I put more purple borders. There's always a way. I can find. Alani's has no purple. I did think about just putting one French knot in someplace. But it's like, there's ways of going around it if a person has to. And then the next year, I got 2018, I only had to make 2 more senior ones. But I got Austin's done ahead of time. It's like, his is kind of a hand-me-down, but it's the guy I took care of, he wanted a quilt. And he says, I'll pay you to make one. I says, no. I made him one for Christmas or something when he passed away. Just a couple months later, they gifted it back to me. And then Austin, he did little odd chores. He mowed his lawn and different things. So Austin says, can I have that one? So it got labeled for Austin. I'll go back here and see. Yes, those colors stand out more, Carrie. But this is leftover backing from a quilt I just had finished. I used it as the backing, the front border, and the binding on a quilt. And there was still leftover. So I don't waste. So I said I could cut them up and make, it'll be a throw size. But it'll still be a nice size. And then if I need a quick donation, something for somebody, I have one. I have 2 or 3 already, but off of 1 queen batting, I get 2 throw quilts. They're like they're a little bit bigger than the 3-yard quilts. But I tried to, my long arm will do 48 wide. So I try to max my long arm every time. And then I just tried that new Marshall, the Marshall Minky, 60 wide. It's like, it's this flamingo pink. It was perfect pink. And then I got my, I could call it my birthday tube. There's my lavender. And then my off-white, I picked the purple backing for 1 quilt and the yellow backing for another quilt and this backing for another quilt. So there's 4 quilts backing right here. And out of those 4, only one's going to be quilted by me. I'm trying to get my backlog of everything done. Have a goal. Try to get them out of my closet and on the shelf where they can be used, seen, something. I moved a couple around in this closet. Three more sews across and another one done. But you can do a lot with this Jacob's ladder. because it gives a secondary look to it. Because you can have them all going in stripes diagonally one way or the other, or you can put them in these little clusters. And you can use, I don't know how, fat quarter would be fine to make them. You have lots left when you get done with 2.5-inch strips and 2 5-inch squares. Because you'd have probably more than enough to do a couple of each fat quarter. And won't be long, and I will be calling it a day. I don't know about Thursday yet. Everything is dependent on my family, but I think I'm safe to come on. And it will be the wonky block. It will be what I'll be sewing, because I need to get some wonky blocks done. Hi, Tracy. Oh, do I hear the soft sound of a vintage singer? Yes, you do. Yeah, you have it. This is Sara Jane. I went to Florida to pick her up. Well, I went to Florida for graduation, see Laura, meet Susan Munger. Well, and Laura, Craig, Susan Munger, Doreen, and pick up Sara Jane. I would have met Barb, the one that sold her to me, but she was not feeling the best yet from her trip, hadn't recovered. But glad to see you're back up and in the chat, Tracy. And how is everything going over in your world? Making sure I have all those seams the right way. Yeah, I also have a 66 Singer too, Tracy. I talked to Terry a little bit before I did the leap on that one. She's a little stubborn on one part. She doesn't want to let one part come out of her machine, but she sews beautifully. She sounds good. She had the weirdest belt. And Marla was helping me on that one too. But Alani thinks that her sewing machine chair is just for her, because she has that special cabinet. A bit of encouragement. This one here, I have tried everything. It's like I have oiled. I have tried everything. The piece moves, it wiggles, so it's not adhered down, but it just does not want to pop out like it says. I've read the instructions, the book to her, I said the book says that you're supposed to be able to take your left hand over, pull up the little lever, and then take your finger and thumb, pull up and a little to the left. I've read the story to her, and she's not getting the storyline. The bobbin case removal on the 66. She's just plain stubborn. I thought I was stubborn, but I'm sorry. She is more. I tried. I oil her. I leave her. I've read her the story. June watched the other night when I tried. Well, it wiggles very well, so I'm not sure what I need to do. But I will. It's like I've sent Tracy videos, believe me, or Terry's got videos. It's fun trying to hold the camera and do the stuff all at the same time. So I've given her videos, and that thing just does not want to come out. Yeah, the machine works perfectly. The machine does work. So grab a couple pins. Take this up on the board. And that way you can see the square part. The one thing with this stretchy shirt, it always creeps. There. It's like I can send you the videos. Yeah, I have tried. The fun part is I'm trying, as she's lifted, pull that piece and watch underneath. That's even, and hold the flashlight. I have tried so many different little things, but I'll make sure you get the video. I know how to copy them from Terry's over to yours. But she is stubborn. Okay, Plum and needs to go. Thanks, Pamela. Well, I was just getting ready to go off also. You have two. I can't take mine. Hi, Northern Willow, hello. Just coming on as I was going to be leaving. I just finished 2 of these blocks, and I wanted to have 2 up so you could see where they make the intersections that way, or it'll make a giant X. It's like all you have to do is when you move them down here, you'll get the X marks the spot, but they will all intertwine and make a giant grid. I didn't pin up very straight, but and you're going to be painting them, Tracy? Yeah, I think I caught it on someplace that you was going to start doing that. That's the original black? But see, just by moving them. So when they're all together, you'll have the intertwined. I like how they give where they all connect. In the one picture, they did each one in a different color, and then they just put them all very scrappy. Yeah. And then you can have them where they all just run in the diagonals. I'll run them all one direction. The only other close black you can get is automotive paint. But this one here needs a little touch up, but it's not bothering me. See how where paint was chipped off of here. Maybe you can see there. Now you can see it. Turn the light off. There's a piece. What is that? About an inch by 3/4 of an inch. The G in Singer and the top of E is gone. And then she shows her wear right here. She's been well used. She's been used and cared for. And I did the oiling and cleaning the other day. I think she only got maybe 4 hours. But on the other one, she has a scratch. I can't even remember now. There was one other thing. But she has the add-on motor. Yeah. This one here is a 1948. And the old 66 is a 1927. Yeah. I said the stories they could tell how they earned their wares. I could picture the old blue jeans going across, Grandpa's coat being patched. There's all sorts of little things. It's just one of those things. They're times of being used. But everything else is nice and smooth. Got a little drop of something right there. It was, and then it's like, is that? I think that's a little paint wear right there. So don't rub that one. Yeah, I can imagine dip painting. Tracy's working on a 66, but she wants a 99. But I am going to have to let you guys go. Go out and watch some great grandkids for a little bit. And then come back in to Wake Up Austin. Oh, hi again. The phone died. And bye, Donna Dixon. And bye, Marla. But it's like, yes, Thursday, I'll be back on because I know I'm going to have nobody here. So we'll see you guys all later. And Lori Clark, one question before you leave. How's winter star coming along? That was the question I asked before your phone died. Bye, Della. I'm going to see if Lori answers before I go. You'll be here Thursday? Okay. You too, Katie. You have to do remake 7 centers. Oh no. I was looking at that pattern. I have it saved on my tablet here, and I look at it each time. I bet it's going to be fun lining up all the intersections later. Okay, we'll see you guys all later. And Terry, get rid of that headache. And let Sebastian take care of you. We'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.